Darcy Bomford is the CEO of True Leaf Pet. Darcy wants to get your dog on cannabis. Joking aside, hemp has many health benefits for dogs, including calming effects, improved hip and joint functions, and cancer-fighting properties. He's also taken advantage of the stigma surrounding cannabis to carve out a niche for his business. Darcy, nice to have you on the show. Welcome.
Pleasure to be here.
This whole area of talking about cannabis and the legalization and everything that's happening around North America, it's a fascinating topic, and there's public companies that are exploding in value. Mm-hmm. You're doing the pet thing? Talk to me about that.
Yeah, it's certainly in the news these days all over the world, really. But our company started out as True Leaf Medicine, so we actually were one of the early applicants in the federal medical marijuana program back in July of 2013. And we kind of, we're slowed down with the process, as were, many other companies. I think there's 400 companies in the queue right now. And currently there's about 33 that are approved.
So you started off in the medical marijuana world, and what was your plan there, and how did you pivot?
Well, yeah, originally we wanted to obviously get a license, right? And so we found a very good location in Lumby, BC, fully supported by the community. And our
to grow medical marijuana.
Yeah. The licenses are actually tied to the location, so you have to have a community that supports the company, supports the application. And I've been in that area for a long time, so we had a lot of support locally. The RCMP was behind us, and we also actually got Mike Harcourt, he was the mayor of Vancouver twice, premier of BC twice. He's our chairman, so fantastic guy to have behind our company, and we're just sort of moving through that process.
Now, just before we move on, that's on this show we have entrepreneurs come on at all different levels, and that's a key thing you brought up there, that you have a former premier of the province where you live, former mayor of a major city. How do you get a guy like that to come on and help you and be on your board?
Yeah, that's a good question. Early on, we were looking for people to become involved, and I was introduced to Mike through another fellow. And we really hit it off. Mike is a great guy. There's no airs about him at all. He treats everybody equally and takes the cab all over Vancouver and rides the transit. And he's been a great supporter, and we work with him every week. And he's very active, very positive about the way things are going. And
so you just got introduced through a friend?
Yeah, and he agreed to step up as the chairman. And he's issued a few press releases on our behalf, and he champions the company in the media, and we're quite happy to have him on board.
Darcy of True Leaf Pets. Now, True Leaf meaning hemp?
That's right. Yeah, because we sort of got sidelined with the approval process about a year and a half into it, we decided to pivot into the pet industry. And my background actually is the pet industry. When I was really young, I started a company called Darford. Basically took my name and chopped it up and made this company called Darford. And I grew it over 25 years, and we had 3 plants. We manufactured and marketed natural products for pets.
Oh, 25 years ago, you were doing natural pet products?
Yeah,
that's pretty visionary.
Yeah, I've always been an entrepreneur, always wanted to do my own thing. I worked for a veterinarian and quickly decided I didn't want to be a vet, so I sold some pet supplements for him. And then that sort of evolved into my own line of pet products. And then I borrowed some money from a local bank in the Okanagan and bought some equipment and set up a little bakery. And then that, over a period of quite a few years, we became actually a really large player, probably one of the largest manufacturers of dog biscuits in Canada. And we also had a couple plants in the U.S. too.
So that's your background. You got interested in the medical marijuana field, and now we get to it. So what are you doing with Hemp and Pets?
Well, I exited my pet food company. I had a 1-year non-compete, and that's when I looked at the medical marijuana business, right? And after that non-compete was up, and we were sitting there waiting for our license, the pet industry was a natural segue for us. So we essentially took cannabis in a different form, hemp, and I formulated a line of pet products. And we set up a different division called True Leaf Pet, which is owned by the mothership,
Right.
True Leaf Medicine. And then that company has really taken off. You know, we've developed a fantastic line of products. The formulations are really working, and they're completely legal in every state and every province. Because hemp doesn't have any psychoactive ingredients, you can do that, right? There's still some very valuable active properties to hemp that really work, but they're
But
legal.
is hemp a form of marijuana? Is it the same, sort of the same
Yeah.
family?
It is the same family. It is technically cannabis sativa, but for hemp to be called hemp, it has to have below 0.3% THC.
Right.
And of course, everybody
so you
knows
can't get high on the
exactly.
hemp.
Yeah,
Okay.
if it's above 0.3, then it's technically marijuana.
So you are now distributing, or you've created products and you're distributing them around North America for pets to get the same kind of benefits that humans get from
Yeah,
hemp and from cannabis.
that's right. And we're starting with hemp seed, right, which is completely legal. It's high in omega-3, and it has other anti-inflammatory properties, which are known to help for arthritis and stuff like that. So we've developed this line of products. They're made currently for us in Ontario, and we have a warehouse in Canada and a warehouse in Missouri. So we've actually already set up distribution across North America and in Europe too. We just started in Europe and launched last May.
So if we're a consumer that might be watching thinking, yeah, why would I want to feed my dog, for example, a hemp-based
Yeah.
dog food product?
Yeah, what's interesting is hemp really hasn't been used as an ingredient in pet products for a long time, and that's because it's always been thrown in with its sort of ugly stepsister, marijuana, right? There's a lot of regulation around even hemp seed. So we've found a pathway to market by marketing the product as a supplement and selling it into the pet industry.
So, and I'm not a dog owner right now myself.
Yeah.
And I mean, who doesn't love dogs? But
Yeah.
I'm not one of those people that I find that they seem to be more attached to their dog than to
Yeah.
their family. So,
It's totally true. Yeah.
so they're wide open to, oh, you got a dog food, you got a supplement that's going to help my dog. So what types of things does it help with?
Well, hemp by itself is a very unique ingredient. It's gluten-free, it's very high in protein, and it's high in fat, which contains omega-3, and it's very digestible. So as an innovative ingredient, and you know, our target market basically is millennials and baby boomers. And you know, if you do get a dog, you'll soon realize how you get attached to them. You know,
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I've had a dog in the past, and that's
Yeah.
part of the reason I don't have a dog is getting too attached.
And that's right. Yeah, you know, I've met a lot of people where they've had a dog when they're younger, and or not even when they're younger, when they're older, they lose the dog, and they never really get over it. You know, in fact, I lost my dog this year, and it's still really tough to even talk about it. You know.
Wow.
But our main purpose, really, for our main company, True Leaf Medicine, is quality of life. And for True Leaf Pet, it's all about returning the love. You know, that's sort of our mantra. And, you know, pets every day, especially dogs, what they're all about is giving you that unconditional love, right? And that's what everybody, you know, that's what humans are really striving for, is just to be recognized and appreciated, right? And that's what we're trying to bring out in our products, is to return the love by, you know, giving our products to your dog.
So benefits for the dog.
Yeah.
Give me some examples.
Well, we have 3 products, and they sort of serve 3 different functions and age groups. We have a hip and joint product, so we use hemp, but we also add other really cool active ingredients like turmeric, which is really popular these days and known to be an anti-inflammatory. And green lip mussel, which is a mussel from New Zealand that's very high in omega-3s and a specific ingredient that's known to help with hip function. So we add these 2 other ingredients to hemp, and we have a hip and joint product for older dogs.
Right.
Then we have another product for calming, and calming actually has been our most popular product because, surprisingly enough, there's a lot of anxious dogs out there. You know,
Well, there's a lot of anxious people, and
Yeah.
their dogs get anxious hanging around them.
Exactly, they feed off it, right? And people are working, they leave their dog at home, and that's, you know, usually when the troubles start, right? So a natural calming product, it's proven to be our best seller. And we use hemp, and we add other ingredients to help with the calming effect. And there's an amino acid from green tea called L-theanine and that's what we're using in that formulation, along with chamomile and lemon balm, to produce a calming effect. And the product's working really well. We have unbelievable testimonials.
So those are examples of the products. Is it easier playing in the dog world than the human world when you're basically innovating? So for example, I always wonder about health claims. Okay,
Yeah.
so there's all this legislation and regulation. There's all these great natural products out there, and we always have to be careful about, as in business, if you're going to market products, you have to be careful about making health claims.
Totally, yeah.
Same thing in the dog world?
Yeah, exactly the same. You can't say that it's going to cure or treat any disease.
Gotcha.
So, all of our ingredients, we do a lot of research on them. I hired a vet to help us with the formulations, and we wrote a little white paper that's backed up by a lot of peer-reviewed research. But, you have to say it supports inflammation or supports health, supports the calming effect, right?
So here we are in 2017, and your business is starting to grow. What do you need? What are you looking for your business? What are you raising money? Or are you looking for people, or what's happening?
Yeah, definitely. We have a fantastic team right now that operates out of Vancouver and Vernon. We are a publicly traded company. We're right on the CSE right now in Toronto. Our stock is trading around 20 cents, 21 to 25 cents. And we're looking for shareholders, but we're really looking for customers, because customers really drive the business. And we've gotten to the point now where we've started our sales earlier this year. It's a little slow to start off with, but we're launching new product lines, and we can really see some big growth next year. But we're going to need capital to finance that growth.
So you're on the CSE. That's not the TSX. That's another exchange, but people can buy into your company.
Definitely, yeah. It's called the Exchange for Entrepreneurs. It's a slightly smaller exchange than the TSX. A little easier to get listed there, but it's more focused on smaller, more innovative companies.
So, and the distribution and the marketing of your product, so many things, of course, are going online, and beyond online, we're buying on our phones. It's mobile.
Yeah.
Is that part of your strategy?
Yeah, the world is changing, and the pet industry is sort of being dragged into that world too, right? And e-commerce is huge. Pet food has always been hard to sell direct to consumer because it's really heavy and it's cheap. But Amazon and a few other platforms have come into the market, and they're really shaking things up.
So is the product all branded True Leaf Pet?
Yeah.
Or are there some brand names to find the product?
Yeah, there's two divisions in the company: True Leaf Medicine, True Leaf Pet. And True Leaf Pet will be obviously the pet division, and we'll have a few brands that are anchored underneath that. True Hemp is the hemp brand. We just announced that we bought another brand called Pet, so it's sort of an oil of oregano-based line for pets. And we'll probably add some more lines too. True Leaf Pet is the anchor brand, basically.
So your company is breaking new ground. What happens when we have legalization of other forms of cannabis? Is that going to open up more opportunities for you in the
that's
pet
a
side?
great question, because there's one ingredient that's in hemp, actually only in hemp leaf and in marijuana, that's proving to be very, very effective for treating different types of conditions for people and pets, and that's called CBD.
Yeah, right.
Right, and our products don't have CBD right now. In Canada, CBD is still a controlled substance, but in certain states, because of legalization of recreational, there are companies selling products with CBD, and that's part of our strategy, is to launch specific CBD supplements in those states.
Market leader, probably, because there's probably not a lot of competition with people using cannabis in pet products.
No, there's a few people that have come out. You're right. We're probably the only one that's really taking a big shot at it. When you go to a lot of these trade shows, we're probably the biggest name there. There are some other brands coming. A lot of them are just selling online or maybe selling into the gray area, because CBD is still sort of frowned upon in all markets.
So if I'm after seeing this, I want to get some for my dog. Is it in the stores, or where do I find it?
Yeah, for sure. Go to trueleaf.com, and we have a store locator on there. We have a lot of support in Western Canada and actually right across Canada, but there's stores in Kelowna, Vernon, Vancouver that sell the product.
True Leaf Pet, trueleaf.com.
Yep.
And Darcy, so great to have you on the show. Best of success, and congratulations on what you're up to.
Pleasure to be here. Thank you
Yeah,
very much.
you bet.